We have laid down all of the rumble stone that is not in need of being cut. And we are left with the perimeter where some blocks will need to be trimmed in order to fit and make it a tight patio. If any of you watched my previous video, I talked about cement in this particular hole. I found that I could knock most of it out with a hammer, not completely, but down enough where I can lay the patio for the most part. It probably won't be perfect. We'll see how it works out in the end, but I'm going to try my best to go all the way up to the wall there and get rid of any weird little planter thing I might have to put there in order to hide it. So at this point, I've already laid out brick and scribed them where they need to be cut in order to fit in the hole. That's still going to be a challenge. The cement rises higher because of the gate. But as you can see, I have laid them out and made marks where they would need to be cut in every little spot where that will be necessary. Sorry for the shade, but at least there's sun causing there to be shade. That's been something that's been missing around here for a while. But just to give you an idea, I've gone around every little spot. And then, well, almost. I still have a couple areas to do, but they're all marked and ready to go. There's the mark. I just used a marker to mark them. The reason I'm marking them all at once is because in order to cut them, I have to rent a paver saw, and it's like 60 bucks for 4 hours. So to minimize my cost, if I mark them all, I can get the cuts done in a reasonable amount of time so that I don't go over that 4-hour mark. It just makes more sense to me. And then when I'm done that, the next process will be to take sand, hopefully 3 more bags is enough, spread it across the top of the pavers, and rent the plate compactor one last time to go over the pavers. The reason for that is to tighten up the sand in between the joints to make the patio pretty tight. After that, it's just a matter of filling in the holes with the sand, acting as a grout, and then sweeping it dry, and then it's cooking and barbecuing and grilling. Stay with us. Few that I don't have to cut that I will pop into place right now. Throughout this project, you've seen me use a metal hammer, not recommended. I'm just too cheap to buy a plastic one, and you know, I've put these down before so I know how much I can tap on them, but use a plastic hammer, not a metal one. Cut there. Just eyeballing it. And then I can move on. let's see how well I did. That's not promising. Cheat a little bit. Get some height on these. Cheat a little bit here, I think. If it helps. Not perfect, but a lot better. This is the same size as one of these. I just kind of broke it down to divide the roll. You can hardly notice it. Still better than a big ugly old planter or something. Cutting the end blocks, always make sure to flip the bad side that you're going to cut off over, otherwise you're going to leave it on. So it's going to go on this way, but because there's a part here that's not good, I'm cutting it backwards and then putting it on. How many blocks am I going to need for this job? Most manufacturers have a brochure that'll help you with that, but definitely get 10% more of each block you're going to need. Reason being is, like right here, I'm using 2 long blocks when in reality one should be a short and there should be 2 littles, but because I don't want a weird gap up here and in there that I'll have to cut, you know, a stitch strip off, I'm actually adjusting up to 2 larger sized block, which ultimately would short me if I didn't plan ahead. So, and that happens all the way around the perimeter. So make sure you always plan ahead with a little, 10% extra. You can always return the blocks you don't use normally, so keep that in mind.